Stargate fans, I believe. Am I wrong? I'm a room full of Stargate fans. My name is Davian Buer. I am with Legion M, the first fan-owned entertainment company. Of the fans, for the fans, by the fans. Check us out at legionm.com. And we are here to talk about Stargate! I have the pleasure of sitting next to a gentleman who is an expert in all things Stargate. I worked with him about 7 years ago for PropWorks doing the Stargate official auctions.
We keep on getting stuck together.
And I don't mind. There isn't a Stargate prop costume set piece that he and I have not touched, moved, licked, or tried to abscond with off of set.
He's leaving a few things off that list.
I'm not lying. We got to ride the Malp. We got to walk through the Stargates. We got to touch everyone's costumes. It was amazing.
And unscrew every single piece that
every single piece. And David, actually, why don't you tell them a little bit about Gate World?
GateWorld.net. Any of you been there? Okay, thank you. I am a co-editor for Gate World. It is a fan-run Stargate resource. It's been on the web since 1998, and I joined it in 2004. Since then, working through a couple of different divisions, tangentially associated with MGM, and has now led me to co-run the Stargate social media channels with my friend Jenny. And now I am the co-host of the official Stargate podcast, which is available now. And lots more to come, lots to talk about, mostly in relation to what is going to be revealed in this room. And I'm very proud to be a part of it. So thank you.
And the handsome devil to our far right over here is Kieran Dixon. We're not going to go into too much about what Kieran Dixon does right now because it's a surprise. But what David's going to do is he's going to walk us through the history of the Stargate franchise, and then we're going to get to our amazing special guests and the entire reason as to why all of you are here and why people are fighting to get in the back. So with that, David, please tell us a little bit about Stargate.
Well, this little film that came out in the early to mid 90s by some two guys named Dean and Roland, you know. I don't know if any of you have seen that movie. So it planted the seed for something that grew into something absolutely extraordinary, where, you know, many of us have taken this journey for 20 years, myself 19 of those years, and it really expanded the possibilities of what science fiction can do in terms of television. It made us think. You know, one of the things that I love about Star Wars is that it's fun and it's exciting, and Star Trek is intellectually challenging. And you can make Star Wars intellectually challenging, but that's not really what it is fundamentally about. But Stargate brings those two together and has managed to be a success in countless countries worldwide. So.
Hey, hang on one second. The audio's a little funky for me up here. Can you guys in the back hear us all right? All right, so I'm going to ask David to speak up just a little bit louder into the microphone.
Is this better?
Yeah. Okay.
What if I talk sexy? Okay. SG-1, where a lot of us started watching with the beloved Richard Dean Anderson, Amanda Tapping, Michael Shanks, and Christopher Judge. The beloved Don S. Davis. Moved along in 2004 with Stargate Atlantis, Joe Flanagan, Rachel Luttrell, Rainbow Sun Franks, Jason Momoa, and Stargate Universe with a huge cast of characters among Robert Carlyle, Louis Ferreira, Brian J. Smith. Those shows created a mythology that have kept us coming back year after year, 17 seasons of an overarching mythology that was smart enough to feed back into itself. And while we, watched it grow on TV, a lot of us, like myself, I was 14 years old when the show first came on. I grew up with it, and it became a part of my identity. And it made me think more critically as a person and as a human being, and I think made me a better human being in the process. So, the core of what these shows were, I think you would agree with this, is the teams.
Yeah.
They loved each other and they fought for one another and they drove each other crazy.
Like a family does.
Like a family does. Yes. But I think that that's what made it realistic. So I think that, it's one of the things that kept me coming back. The other aspect of it that I think probably a lot of you would agree on is that when SG-1 started, it was a very kind of heroes and villains basic kind of motif where they were more mustache twirling, they were a little bit more over the top. The nature of the Goa'uld was what that basically was. And then as the TV series continued, more of what happened was that audience interests kind of morphed into a more realistic kind of show. So a lot of the later seasons and series explored more realistic, I think, villains that had more texture and more layers. Not that there weren't those in the beginning, but I think that they focused on those later on as well. We're talking about a time span of 1997 to 2011. Audience dynamics change. We go from, The West Wing to practically Game of Thrones. That's a big gamut of shows.
It's the 20th anniversary.
Yes.
We have multiple events and activities that are planned, and I think we could do a little something we want to show the fans to kind of push this along a little bit because of time.
We've got a bit of a retrospective for y'all, and we hope you enjoy.
What? Awesome, ladies and gentlemen, Stargate is back. That is what we are here to say, and that is what we're here to show you. And now the international man of mystery to my right is Kieran Dixon. He's going to tell you some amazing things that I wish I could have told you with the Windows display in the background. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kieran Dixon. Hello, everybody.
I've never had quite an intro like that. That's pretty cool. So, my name is Kieran Dixon. Can everyone hear me? All right. So, just like you guys, a little bit about myself. I am a huge sci-fi fan, and therefore I'm a huge Stargate fan. As David was saying, I grew up with SG-1. I was lucky enough to have new episodes of SG-1 coming out through some pretty formative years of my life when I was a teenager. So, I mean, it really did influence the way that I thought, and everything about Stargate. I'm just a huge fan, and I'm really honored to be up here speaking to you guys, because if I wasn't, I'd be sat down there anyway. So one of the things I love about Stargate fans, about us, about you guys, is you take this incredibly deep mythology. Can everyone hear me? Yeah? I'll shout. You take this incredibly deep mythology, which I think is one of the deepest mythologies in all of pop culture, and you just pour over it, and you know every single detail. I mean, you're essentially kind of experts in the history of the world, really, in terms of ancient alien theory, at least. But another thing I love about you guys is you're never afraid to tell us how you feel. For example, do you guys love Stargate? Stuff like that. And one of the things you've always been saying is you really want Stargate to have more of a presence. I think we haven't been Stargate's not been at Comic-Con for, was it 7 years?
Yeah.
7 years, so this was long overdue. And on top of that, it's my pleasure to announce that in fall of this year, we're going to be launching Stargate Command.
And what exactly is Stargate Command before you start clapping?
Other than under NORAD.
Exactly. What is Stargate Command?
Stargate Command is the new official destination for all things Stargate. So if there is something to say about Stargate, we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be giving you a chance to talk about it. And fan participation with us, the super nerds, we want all of that.
And really, what this site is it is a celebration of the fandom for the fans.
Some might say it's a fan portal.
What? You see what I did there? I set it up, and
but
he dunked it.
It's not just a community. We're going to be creating new editorial content. We're finding new ways to talk about the Stargate franchise, new ways to energize you guys and give back to your amazing commitment over the last few years. And with the help of people like David and some other super fans who I know are out there somewhere, we have been trawling through the Stargate archives to find stuff that has never actually surfaced before. And honestly, this is just scratching the surface. It's actually kind of astounding how much content there is around Stargate. I mean, obviously there are hundreds of hours of stuff that you've all seen before. There's dozens of hours of stuff that you haven't seen before, and we're gathering that all together and putting it all in one place for you guys to watch, look at, discuss, share with your friends. Essentially what we're doing is we're building the most comprehensive collection of Stargate content ever seen in one place before. Now, I know there's been huge collections before, and those are all great, but honestly, this is going to top it.
Yeah, it's definitive.
Now, obviously, we want to give you stuff to talk about, and you can talk about all of this stuff until the cows come home. You've been doing it for almost, over 2 decades now. But it's my pleasure to introduce someone who's actually going to give you a whole lot more to talk about. So why don't you come up, Mr. Sam Tolles.
Hello, can you hear me? All right, hello everybody. My name is Sam Tolles, and I am the digital guy at MGM, and the first thing I want to talk about is how awesome you guys are, and to say a huge thank you from the team at Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer to all of you. We love you guys. We are so excited to have you here. Seeing the lines is incredibly inspiring to me and all of the other executives that are here from the company. So, what do I have in store for you? Well, I want to talk a little bit about my kind of core belief and why this is a very special moment for this franchise, but also a very special moment for kind of media in general. I came to Comic-Con first time in 2004 when I was a brand manager for Star Trek at Paramount. And it was because of the fans that we kind of created the idea of binge watching. Fans said, why are you doing 2 DVDs or 2 episodes on 1 DVD at a time? You should put boxes and seasons. And so all the studios sort of listened and followed suit. What's interesting now is, as Comic-Con has grown, this thing called the internet and Facebook and all of this amazing social media that you guys do. I spent all of my time on the train down from LA on our social channels from Stargate as well as Reddit, reading the comments. My name appeared in a couple of them, lots of speculation.
You might need to get a little closer to the microphone, Sam.
Right, that was what happened. Sorry. So, what's different now? My last job was at a platform called Vimeo, which is part of this sort of social media generation, right? And I was head of programming for Vimeo, and we made a lot of shows. And one show that I made with a company called Newform was called Oscar's Hotel. And I was at a convention similar to this, and for the fans, and one of the fans of the creator of that show asked, how can you manage your social channels and your YouTube channel and also make a show? And he said, well, that's the point. This is all about having a two-way dialogue. Like, the fans tell me what they want to hear, what they want to see, and they really shape the vision of the show. And I thought that was incredible. And it's really inspired sort of the heart and soul of my career, and it's the reason I joined MGM, and it's the reason that I'm so excited to tell you that we are making a new show.
This is getting a much more intense reaction.
I don't know if they heard you.
Yeah. So Sam, what's the show about?
Well, actually, I screwed up because I was going to say after reading Reddit it was a mobile game, but it actually is a show. No mobile game. Sorry.
I was pretty sure I was going to be playing it later tonight.
Anyway. So, to tell you guys a little bit more about the show's name is Stargate Origins, and I want to bring up Kathleen Grace, I mentioned Newform. They worked with me before at Vimeo, and they are going to be producing this show for MGM. And Kathleen has some more exciting news for you guys.
Our fantastic director, Mercedes Bryce Morgan, and writer, Mark Ilmenson. We are very excited to be working with Mercedes Bryce and with Mark to create Stargate Origins. I have never worked with people who are so passionate to be working on this project. Thanks, guys. So happy to be here.
We are happy to have you.
Yeah, this turnout is really amazing.
So, why don't we show them the trailer? Does everyone here see a trailer?
Wait, you guys didn't think we'd actually not show you something, right? No? Do we want to give a little lead into this beforehand, or are we just going to show it to
I'm
them?
going to tell them a little bit, just because otherwise it'll make...
Okay.
So there's a character, as we've talked to the fans, as we've monitored our social channels, as we've listened to you, there is one character that has stood out in the sort of canon of Stargate that everybody sort of wants to know a little bit more.
Seriously, get this guy out of here.
And
I told you.
you may have noticed that we picked a female director, and it's because, yes, and it's because she's an awesome director, but it's also because I think women should tell stories about powerful, awesome women, and this story is all about Catherine Langford.
So, I have a few questions for Mercedes. I have to ask, how did you decide on Catherine Langford as your first Origins story for what we're doing?
Yeah, I mean, she's someone that's already so loved already, and she's someone we want to know more about. We see her in the movie, but we don't really know where she comes from, and so she's someone I just want to completely explore and look at a whole new time period with.
Hey, Stargate is powered by Windows, apparently. It was.
And that's it.
Yes. So Catherine Langford, and as far as the how will this fit into the existing canon of Stargate? Will it? I mean, is this just a fantasy sideline, or is this actually going to follow through? Like, where does this fit in the canon?
Yeah, I mean, so we're fitting in the universe that exists already, and we're building off of that. We're not changing anything. Mark,
Yeah, no, we're not retconning anything or like reconfiguring. So it's an area of the story that you've not seen and has largely not been touched on at all very much. So that's what really excited me about the project.
Now, and as creatives and as coming into this universe, this is your first time delving into the Stargate universe, correct?
Correct.
Now, why? Why did you want to be a part of this? Why did you want to jump into the Stargate universe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge sci-fi fan, as obviously everyone else here is. And what's really great about Stargate is it takes mythology and science, and that's what's really unique to that. And so that's just what I really love, because I really love world building and seeing these characters in this world, and the creative possibilities are endless.
And Mark?
Yeah, and for me, there's a moment, it's actually in that trailer, but when I saw Stargate a long time ago, when she grabs that necklace and just takes it, I was so distracted that she could just grab an ancient artifact off the table that I was like, most of the movie, up until they're going, are they opening? I'm like, where's the necklace? What happened to the necklace? And then all of a sudden she's like, this brought me luck. And I'm like, oh my God, she had the necklace the whole time. Why wasn't my dad an archaeologist? So I was just really intrigued by that character. And I just think she's an underutilized person in the Stargate world, I think, up until now.
That's amazing. And I don't want to forget the guys on this side of the table. Kieran, how exactly will Stargate Command help bring tie in Stargate Command into Stargate Origins, into the regular Stargate universe?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's no coincidence that we're launching Stargate Command this fall. What's really exciting is, this is Stargate in a way that we haven't seen before. And part of that is Stargate Command is actually going to give you guys access to the production, the likes of which has never really been done before, especially not with Stargate. So from the writer's room to wrapping production and beyond, you guys are going to be able to interact with all of these brilliant people up here all the way through. So you're even going to be able to find ways to actually influence certain parts of the story. So all of that will happen through Stargate Command, and we're just really excited for you guys to start engaging with this story, because I'm telling you, it's really cool.
Now, I see a couple of you out there like, so how is this bridging to the torment of Tantalus, and why doesn't Catherine remember this adventure that she was on? I'm right here. So, I'm sorry, that was David. That was David. David was saying that to me earlier. He's like, well, why won't you remember? So how exactly are you guys bridging the gap between these stories?
Well, that's part of the mystery of a great show. So I encourage all of you to participate in the Stargate Command experience, because as I said before, the magic and the importance of digital media is not about how long or short an episode is. It's not about the platform it appears on. It really is about actually giving fans a say, not just showing you something, but letting you participate in something. And so we honestly at MGM are looking for you to interact with this show in a way that has never been done before, and to take your passion, take your ideas, take your love for this franchise and let it come through on the other side when the show comes out. So we will answer that question obviously through the production and the writing of the show. But again, the so what here is, obviously we're all excited about a new show, but you guys are what make Stargate, and we, the studio, want you to be a part of this.
So if you look underneath your chairs and find a snake head, you are on the show. I'm not kidding. Look underneath your chairs. No, just kidding. So if you guys can talk about the origins and really why this came to be. Like what was the driving factor behind this? Other than the fans, why did you guys really want to do this? Was it just your fans yourselves? You guys really wanted to make this happen. You saw the love of the fans themselves, and just really wanted to make it all happen again.
Well, look, I think every major franchise of sci-fi ebbs and flows, has its highs and its lows and its midpoints, and fans come along on that journey with us. And as someone mentioned on this panel, it's been a long time since we've opened that gate and gone through that gate and been there, and we felt it was really important to do that with you, to really return this to the people that have stood with it for 23 years and make this a passion project that the whole community can participate in. And the story, picking a character, not going in a totally new direction, but really bringing this inside the canon of this amazing franchise, and focusing on a character that so many people have talked about and asked about and been passionate about. There's a lot of mystery and intrigue. I think someone was telling one of their stories about Stargate. My sort of story when I first watched it I was like, what happened? Like, it was 1928, and all of a sudden it's 1994 or the present day. And we know that there is an episode, of course, and that touches on part of Catherine, but there's a whole missing chapter, and we are going to fill it with all kinds of goodies and make it really super interesting, and I can't wait to show it to you.
I had a question for Mercedes and for Mark. There is no doubt that this franchise has been filled with strong, compelling, insightful, and dramatic female characters. What do you want to bring with this character that hasn't really been seen before? What is something that you want to pursue, bringing a female lead to the table?
Well,
What are you excited about?
one of the things that really excited me about is where we're setting the story, and it's an interesting view of women in an era has not been explored as well as I could say more, but I can't say more. So
Basically, she's not just a badass, she's a full-formed character. She has her good moments and her bad moments, and we might see her cry sometimes, but she's really strong and also a leader.
Kieran, with Stargate Command, what perks are you guys going to be throwing on there for folks who want to see Stargate Origins? Are we going to get behind the scenes? Talk to us a little bit about that, please.
All the perks. Just all of them. You can think of a perk, it'll be there. I don't want to overpromise, obviously. No, it's going to be really cool. You are going to get to know us at a level that you're going to be sick of us by the time this show comes out. But hopefully, maybe you'll love us a little bit as well. And the way that you can interact with Origins through Stargate Command, I'm trying to think what I can actually say without getting shot.
Up here, I can give you the list. I'll give you a crib sheet. How's that?
I lost my page.
It's all good.
So, I mean, I just want to say one other thing. Obviously, we're talking about Origins, but I know you guys have all of the other shows and movies that you love. It's not just Origins. It's, we're going to be able to talk about everything.
Yeah.
There's SG-1, there's Atlantis, there's SGU, there's Infinity. No, I'm not kidding. Not Infinity. It's all going to be there. This really is going to be a complete Stargate picture, and I'm just so excited for you guys to see it.
I think there's a young lady here who's just itching for a question. Please feel free.
I noticed earlier you said something about this origin story. Does that mean there will be more origin stories?
That's a good question. Will there?
Shout loud enough.
Again,
Maybe.
so the question was that somebody slipped up here, Nick, that this is Origins, and it's obviously plural because this isn't Stargate Origin, so this is Stargate Origins. Will there be more origin stories about other characters? How far into the series are you looking into going?
So I will say, I certainly hope so. Your participation, your engagement, this is a great experiment that MGM is doing. This platform, really building this for you and making this about you and leveraging your creativity, leveraging your passion, leveraging your voice, and leveraging, your desire to see Stargate made the way you want to see it made and how the story should shape around your desires. With success, the plural of origins, I can imagine that happening.
So, and to sidecar that, this is where I step in. This is where Legion M comes in. This is the power of fandom. This is where Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con is where things happen. You are the marketing devices for all the companies that come here. They come here and they show you some amazing clips like Stargate Origins, and then you, by word of mouth, tell everyone you know how amazing this is going to be. You're going to tweet out, you're going to Facebook, you're going to MySpace, because I know that guy still MySpaces. But really what it comes down to, the success of Stargate Origins just doesn't come from the talent of this lady standing next to me and the gentleman next to her and all the other people who are behind this and the cast and the crew. It comes from the fans who actually watch it, love it, and make it a rabid fandom. You guys are going to be the way this is successful. You guys getting out there and sharing it and watching it and telling people how much you love it. It is going to be amazing. The amount of talent that they're bringing to the table is jaw-dropping. Absolutely jaw-dropping. I did a little research on this young lady next to me, and she is an astounding young woman who is a fantastic director, and I cannot wait for all of you. I got tingles just thinking about this. And all of
Making
you
me
are-
blush.
Seriously, you guys are going to make this successful. You guys are going to make more origin stories. You guys are going to make this happen. How? By watching it, by demanding more, by letting your dollars speak for you. They throw merchandise out there, buy it because you love it, not just because you live in your mom's basement and you want. No, I'm kidding. I live in my mom's basement. No, you guys don't. You're not the stereotypes. You guys are the majority now. We aren't the nerds that people picked on in school. We are the majority. Our voices matter. They do. We are making Stargate come back from a 7-year moratorium of nothing. You guys are going to make this happen. If you want more, watch it. Demand more. Get online. Get on StargateCommand.co. and demand more. Tell them you want to binge watch 1,000,000 episodes. Give this amazing director more work than she knows what to do with. 2 questions.
Were sent to us by fans, and I want to make sure that we ask, okay? So one of them was actually to Sam and Karen about Stargate Command. How are they going to watch it, and how long are these episodes?
Yeah, I'm going to relay that question. Actually, no, you go. I've been talking too much.
Okay. How are they going to watch? Is that the question to Sam and to Kieran?
I'm going to add.
So the question is, how long are these episodes going to be? Where can people watch them? And where can they demand more when they love what they see?
So the episodes are going to be, in roughly 10 minutes each, and there will be 10 of them to start. 10 episodes, 10 minutes each, roughly. And Kieran, do you want to talk about how to watch them?
Yeah, loved it. I feel like all I'm saying is Stargate Command, but Stargate Command. You're going to be able .co. You're going to be able to watch it all there, which I think is really special to be able to engage with the new products from the franchise, but also having all of the old stuff there and being able to engage with all of this cool content that we're digging out, and then chat with people right there and then. I think it's going to be really cool.
The second question is there any key art that we can see for the new show?
Is there any key art that we can see for the new show?
Wait a second. You two, before you leave. You two, don't leave just yet. We have something for you. No, literally, it was underneath your chairs. Damn it. So can we see some key art from the new show? And on that, I believe we have something for the fans in this room. Sam, would you like to tell everybody?
Everybody in this room is going to be getting their own Comic-Con limited edition of the teaser poster for Stargate Origin.
Due to time, we're going to start handing these out now. Please, one per customer. No fighting. Everybody's going to get one. We'll have them on the door as you're ready to leave. But is there anything that you'd like to tease out as to why people desperately need to watch this series? Mark? No pressure. Thank you. Thank you. It's Stargate. But again, from your heart, why? Why do people want to watch this?
Because it's just such a compelling story. And it's the idea of, I just was so intrigued by the mythology of it. I mean, the gate, the design of the original movie, all that stuff, and the use of all the Egyptian, it's a really fun adventure, and I don't think it's been replicated anywhere else.
Amazing. Mercedes?
Yeah, being able to follow Catherine as our female protagonist through this and learn more about what we already love so much. I'm really excited to hear back from you guys. Like we were talking about, fans matter, and so it's just really gonna be awesome to work and hear from you guys.
Karen, what's like your favorite part of Stargate Command that you really want people to know about?
It's just the sheer amount of content that we're putting together. There'll be more details later on in the year, but you guys are going to be blown away. Can I just do something quickly?
I'd love it.
I'm just going to... On 3, can you guys all say, Stargate is back? Okay? All right. 1, 2, 3. Stargate is back!
panel, please, everyone, be sure to spread the word on Stargate Command, Stargate Origins. Get yourselves to stargatecommand.co. Spread the word, spread the love. Thank you to everyone here. David,
Thank you for coming. Absolutely. Be prepared for a wild ride.
We could not do this, we could not do any of this without you. So thank you all.
thank you, fans.
Well, there you have it, Stargate Origins. That was pretty much most of the panel. There was a few things cut out there, but we've all seen the trailer and various things, so that was pretty much the gist of it. So I'm glad that we got to see the entire panel. There was things that I even forgot. It was just so overwhelming. It was such a wealth of information, and it was like drinking out of the fire hose. So been monitoring a lot of social media and my channel and other Facebook pages, and even just the trailer teaser clip on YouTube on the official page. Thousands of comments, and I've been disappointed. There's been a lot of negative comments. People from, oh, this is fake, this is a fan-made trailer, and people just jumping to conclusions that didn't do any research that this was announced at San Diego Comic-Con, to just comments of, oh, I'm not paying for another service, or this is gonna suck, and and it's like, if you're a true Stargate fan, why are you not embracing this? After how long of, I've joked that we've been starving with just a lack of more Stargate, and this needs to be embraced. This needs to be a huge part of the fandom. It's another Lego piece in the puzzle. It's what everybody's been wanting. Now, I understand everybody's all wrapped up in, oh, well, they need to finish universe and that type of stuff. And I get it. I do. I understand it. But the information's not getting out there. Atlantis and Universe is being finished in comic form by American Mythology. And I've been posting and posting and posting, and people just are not getting the information. So, unfortunately, I wish I had millions of subscribers so everybody could get it all at once. But I keep talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. But please tell everyone, let's keep the rumors down. I've already seen 3 posts this week. This has been canceled. So, no, Stargate Origins has not been canceled. It's just getting started. The movie reboot was canceled months ago after some disappointing numbers from Independence Day 2, and they decided to make the decision to pull the plug on the reboot. I think that was probably a good decision. There was a lot of people that didn't want a reboot. We didn't need a reboot. We didn't need the same old story again with new people that we don't know and maybe would have trouble relating to. There is such a following with Richard Dean Anderson and Madden Tapping and Michael Shanks and Michael Shanks. Oh my God! If you guys did not see the series finale of Saving Hope, you got to check that out. But back on topic, Chris Judge. I mean, the original cast was amazing, and the movie was amazing. But what it spurred into is just mind-blowing. And I just don't understand why people do not want to support more Stargate. We need to get behind this. You guys need to get on board with new change, new platforms, new ideas. Now, of course, with any change, there's going to be hiccups, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be problems. There might be problems with the site. There might be problems with uploads and downloads. But let's pull together. Everybody go to stargatecommand.co. And first off, subscribe to the email list. That way you're getting the updates. And then let's just see. I think they're going to put together some amazing package deals and some really neat information. So they start compiling all this stuff. Hopefully you took in the whole panel video and listened to everything that they shared with us, and that they're wanting the fans involved. They want feedback. They want to know what you guys want for those origin stories. So unless you participate, well, then you're not going to get what you want. And I talked about this in my other video. You know, everybody wants it now. Well, this stuff takes a lot of money, a lot of hard work, and you know, I've been very fortunate. I've got to work behind the scenes on a few movies and production and that type of stuff. And these, you know, that's what irritates me the most. When I would go to the theater and I'd stand in line and I'd listen to people complain as they walked out, or even they're standing in line for tickets and they're like, $12 for a movie ticket? And I get it. You know, times are tough. Not everybody's rich. I totally get that. But you need to stop and think that hundreds and thousands of people worked 12, 14, 16-hour days for maybe 6 months of their life. Every single day. Sometimes 6, 7 days a week. Busting their butt to put a movie out. Or to make something. And they put their heart and soul into it. And just to stand there and turn your nose up at something that you may really know nothing about or haven't taken the time to do the research. That's why those comments, you know, on these YouTube, oh, this is fake, this is fan-made, this has been canceled. Well, no. You need to get your information straight. Stop spreading bad rumors and get with the program. Sorry, I'm getting a little irritated, but I've been seeing these comments over and over and over. So I've been jumping on there and go, no, this is not canceled. No, this is not fan-made. Get your information straight. Come on, guys. But I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please like and share. And please go to StargateCommand.co and sign up. It's going to be awesome. We get to start with something that we haven't seen before. These aren't reboots. This is more of the story. More of the story that we didn't know. You guys should be like clawing at the walls for this to get moving. But I'm done. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And we'll talk to you soon.